great. This is great. No, what's up? It is past 11 p.m. I realized about an hour ago I hadn't made a video yet because I was doing the Beatles puzzle all afternoon for like 3 hours. Made some progress. Not a lot, but progress. And I was like, yeah, I gotta film a video. What should I do? What should I do? Thought I would try and sort through some books, see what book I should read next, because that's always my issue, is like what to read next. I have so many books. Filmed this whole video, and I realized I never hit record. So this is me recording for the second time. So let's get started. So I have many more books than what I'm going to show you in this video, but I have selected the books that I think I have the most pressing need to read. So I'm going to go through some categories and see what we've got. Category 1 is books that are a continuation or a spin-off of a series that I have read. So first we have The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins, which is a prequel to The Hunger Games. I started this last summer when I first bought it. I just read the first chapter, I think, and it didn't totally hook me right away, so I kind of put it off to the side and have yet to finish it, so I should get on that. Second is another spin-off. This is Sinner from the Shiver series by Maggie Stiefvater. It's not completely, but I would recommend it if people like Twilight. It's kind of like a werewolf version of Twilight, but not really, but sort of. It's similar vibes. Next is a spin-off series from one of my favorite books, Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. So a character in the book writes fan fiction, and what she writes fan fiction about in the book is, I think it's supposed to be kind of like a Harry Potter-esque series. And so the author, Rainbow Rowell, is amazing and has made the fan fiction in the story into real novels. So there's currently 2 books in the series, and I think a 3rd comes out this summer. So I should catch up before the new one comes out. This one I'm very excited to read. It's called The Rosy Result. I just purchased it a couple weeks ago after making that video where I talked about the first 2 books, Rosie Project and Rosie Effect. So that will complete my mismatched series of these books. This next one is a sort of dark one. It's by Neal Shusterman. It's called Unsold. It's part of the Unwind series. I would highly recommend it if you're into dystopian futures. This one is basically, the premise is that there's a second civil war in America that's over pro-life versus pro-choice, and they come up with this really messed up compromise to unwind children. It's hard to explain. I don't have time in this video. If you're into dystopian stuff, check it out. And then, got a hefty one for the last one of this series is by Cassandra Clare. So she's written the Moral Instrument series, which has 6 books, and then there's a prequel trilogy called The Infernal Devices, and now there's a sequel trilogy called The Dark Artifices, and there's 3 books that I haven't read at all. I did start this first one and then got distracted by something else, so I'm gonna reread. You can see my little bookmark there. I've read the first bit, but I'm gonna reread that so I refresh my mind on what's happening. Okay, my next category is books that have been made into movies or television that I have put off watching because I know there's a book, so I want to read the book first. First is, oh my gosh, people are gonna really scream at me for this, The Book Thief by Margaret Zuzak. Haven't read it. I know, I'm so sorry. And I know it's amazing, so I really need to read it. And I've read one of his other books that I really like. What was it called? Something about a jester or a card. I know the cover. It's like red with a Joker card on the cover. I have no idea. Anywho, it's really good. Ooh, this is a bit of a sad one and an old one. The Lovely Bones. Never saw the movie, but clearly I have the movie cover of the book, so it's on my list. Little Saoirse Ronan. You probably can't tell. Saoirse Ronan, who's in Little Women and what even else? She's amazing. Brooklyn. Ooh, that's another book. Dang it. Next we have Room by Emma Donoghue. I believe this movie was with Brie Larson, but don't quote me on that. Ooh, another one people are probably gonna get frustrated at me for. The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. Something I know I would really enjoy, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And I know the show's amazing. And the new season, I think, just dropped or is coming out soon, so yeah. And last but not least, it looks so small, but it's so big. Outlander. It's like 850 pages, and the text is fairly tiny. But again, something I know I would love. I have seen one episode of the show. Back, I think it was season 1. Yeah, season 1. There's a wedding episode. If you watch the show, you'll know what I'm talking about. And after it came out, Tumblr was freaking out. There was GIFs and posts about it, and I was like, wow, I gotta watch this episode. So my friend was watching the show, and I was like, can I watch this episode with you? She's like, sure. And yeah, it was a great episode. So yeah, need to get into that. I know there's multiple books after it too, so get ready for another series. All right, and our third and last category is books that are not in a series, but by an author I've read before and enjoyed, so I have purchased their other books. First up, we have Extraordinary Means by Robin Schneider. I loved her first book, The Beginning of Everything. I have nothing else to say. That's all I know about it, but I like her, so yeah. Next, we have Love at First Sight by Josh Sundquist. I have read his 2 nonfiction books before, and this is his first novel. So yeah, I'm curious to see how he writes something fictional. And yeah, he's a cool dude. I met him at VidCon many years ago. So fun. Ooh, this is a fun one. Dawn of the Dreadfuls. This is a prequel to Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. So there's this company called Quirk Classics, and they take classic literature and make it weird. So if you read Pride, Prejudice and Zombies, it's honestly like you're reading Jane Austen's original text, and then there's just like random inserts about zombies every few paragraphs. It's amazing. I highly recommend. And they come with often like illustrations every once in a while. It's fantastic. So this is a prequel to that novel of like the origin of why zombies came to England and all that stuff. So I should really get on that. Next we have Some Kind of Wonderful by Giovanna Fletcher. She's a British author and vlogger and podcaster and etc. etc. She's married to Tom Fletcher, part of McFly. It's a band over there. I honestly only know a couple songs, but they're pretty good. Anyway, I've loved all of her other novels. They're usually kind of romance novels. But yeah, so good. So good. Here we got another Rainbow Rowell. This is Landline. Apart from Fangirl, I've also loved her other novel, Attachments. Super cute. It's about this guy. It's like set in 1999 before Y2K. And this guy gets a tech security job at some newspaper. And he like goes through people's emails like that get flagged for suspicious content. And this woman and her friend who work at the newspaper, they're always emailing about personal things with each other and not work-related things, so they keep getting flagged. So he's been reading their emails and is like, they're harmless, so I'm not gonna like report them. But by reading all these emails from them, he starts to fall in love with this woman. Oh my god, it's so cute. Highly recommend. Alright, this one I've got 2 for. Jennifer Niven. I read her first novel, All the Bright Places. Oh, it's heart-wrenching, but so good. And since then she's written 2 other novels, so I need to get reading on these ones. So. And then this one, in my first recording of this, I couldn't remember the first book that I read by her, what it was called. And it's right here, listed right here on the bottom of the book. It took me forever to find. Anywho, this is by Morgan Matson, called The Unexpected Everything. The first novel I read by her, Since You've Been Gone. It's like a quick, breezy YA summer kind of read. So hopefully I'll read this summer, and yeah, I have no ending thought to that. And then last but not least, we have another multiple book situation here. So this author, Emma Mills, she's like a YouTuber as well. I'll link her in the description. And her first novel, called First and Then, I had to look it up on the back of these as well. I was blanking. But loved that first novel, and I've been lazy, and since then she's written 4 other novels, so yeah, need to read those. Well, even after doing this twice, I have no idea what to read next. This has just made me more indecisive. I am paralyzed by choice. So if any of these things caught your eye, leave a comment below of which one I should read next. Or if you have another book that you've read that you would recommend, please leave a comment for that. I'm always up for new recommendations. And yeah, hopefully I can pick something to read next soon. I hope you guys had a great day, and I will be back tomorrow with another video. Crazy that there's only 2 more days of VEDA. What? It went by so fast. I don't know. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow. Bye! Please tell me I recorded this time. I did work on the Beatles puzzle for about 3 hours today. Made some progress. Not a lot, probably, but progress. And I was like, I'm not gonna film that again. What a waste of your video watching time. And also, I wanted to listen to podcasts, so couldn't do both at once. Just couldn't do it.